Hi everyone, my name is Emily. This is my final MIT 806 project based on my Information Literacy Escape Room and Computational Thinking project. So just a brief overview. So this escape room challenge is web-based and created using Google Forms. The escape room activity works with and builds upon knowledge gained from previous library classroom lessons. Students will use problem-solving skills while exercising their information literacy skills. And students collaborate as a team of 4, either in the classroom or via Zoom breakout rooms, to complete the challenge. The first one to complete wins. So how would we apply modeling to this activity? Before any instruction begins on information literacy skills or any work on the escape room challenge takes place, library instructors should give a lesson on their understanding of computational thinking, how it works, and how it's applied to library research and the projects in this class. So this could look like a brief lesson in the online academic databases in relation to computational thinking components. So how would integrating take place in this activity? So this could be shared among other librarians and library instructors for their input. For example, we made a library escape room in the past during COVID when we were trying to reach out to students who were forced off campus and we could not interact with them in person anymore. They could not attend any library activities. So this online escape room focused on marketing library services and bringing awareness of the library to students who may not have previously been aware of these things. Similarly, this computational thinking project evolved from the previous escape room and focused on information literacy skills for use in the library classroom. Feedback from students and professors provides a great assessment opportunity. So to gather feedback for the previous escape room project, we focused on library services marketing. We sent out a draft project to fellow librarians who completed the escape room challenge before we made it go live for the students. So their feedback helped us to find typos, functionality errors within some of our puzzles, and make improvements for following iterations of the project. Releasing responsibility gradually within this activity in the library classroom. Students will build up knowledge to be better prepared to participate in this activity. After sessions learning about the research process, students will participate in a guided activity prior to the escape room challenge. This could look something like a popcorn question and answer session or an ungraded trivia game. This activity is based on scaffolded knowledge learned within our library class. Without prior classroom instruction, students would not know how to navigate the escape room, and if students don't know any of the questions, the game is not very fun, nor is it a successful teaching tool. This activity works best as a confidence-boosting activity, which can confirm a student's knowledge of information literacy skills after learning has taken place. So how do we incorporate encouragement into this challenge? So when a student answers a question correctly while completing the escape room project, they are congratulated and moved forward in the game. However, upon answering the question incorrectly, students are prompted by the Google form to try again, and they are given a hint. Outright answers are not going to be provided. However, trial and error will also lead them to the right answer if they are really struggling. So questioning, how would this work? The primary purpose of the escape room is to ask students a series of questions regarding their information literacy skills. Some questions include, what does the acronym CRAP stand for? Which features of this website are not credible? They are given a link to a website to investigate. Which criterion of the CRAP test is the origin of the information source? Which research topic would require the least amount of current information out of a choice of 4 or 5 multiple choice options? And what feature of peer-reviewed articles sets them apart from others? Some other questions that could be included in future versions of this challenge: where do you look to find peer-reviewed articles? What are some other acronyms for analyzing web sources? The CRAP test is just one of them. So there are some newer developments and different ideas for how we should analyze web sources, not just with the CRAP test. What is a primary, secondary, or tertiary source? How can you apply these to your research specifically? Where can you find 24/7 live research assistance? And what is the difference between the library and the bookstore? Some people may be surprised, but believe it or not, there are a lot of young community college students coming into the library trying to purchase textbooks because they don't know the difference between the library and the bookstore. They don't realize that the library is a place that they can come to access free resources, free materials. The library lends for borrowing, whereas the bookstore is for purchasing. So this is something that we really try to drive home to mitigate that confusion. Fostering alternative problem solving within the escape room. This activity gives students the opportunity to collaborate with each other, find solutions to puzzles, and compare their knowledge to succeed at the challenge. It demonstrates the value of teamwork when working toward a common goal. So students will be encouraged to think about problems from differing perspectives, perhaps from the perspectives of their peers that they are working with. They will discuss possible solutions as a team and then envision how the questions they are asked will impact their real-life research. Using computational thinking vocabulary within the curriculum. So in order to best help students understand the concepts of computational thinking, teachers should make the concepts transform from something abstract to something that is more concrete by giving examples in classroom learning during our library class sessions. So, for example, teachers instructing information literacy by using the escape room challenge can point out that we are decomposing an entire website into smaller components to analyze their credibility. We are observing patterns by using the CRAP test, which tells us the features that makes these sources reliable. And we are evaluating our decisions as a team to ensure that they are accurate. As teachers, we can also point out that this project encourages tinkering and playing. We are playing a game, so sometimes using the process of deduction or trial and error to find solutions. It requires perseverance to complete the challenge, and it asks students to collaborate as members of a team. So, some of the ISTE standards that apply to this challenge. First, we have our 1.5.B. Students collect data or identify relevant data sets. use digital tools to analyze them, and represent data in various ways to facilitate problem solving and decision making. 1.5.c states that students break problems into component parts, extract key information, and develop descriptive models to understand complex systems or facilitate problem solving. And 2.5.b, teachers design authentic learning activities that align with content area standards and use digital tools and resources to maximize active, deep learning. So in conclusion, the Escape Room Challenge is a fun activity which introduces students to computational thinking skills and teamwork. It takes some of the work out of learning and reformats it into a game. Students are often encouraged by active learning to be active participants in their education. And this is just one small example of how to make that idea a reality.